Hi guys, it's me Ty, and I'm back here in Cambodia for the 6 months of winter. I'd left in June to go back to the United States to find work and save up money, work mega overtime, and yeah, so I could just coast for the 6 months of winter because I wanted to explore a lot more of Southeast Asia. Like, I spent a lot of time in the Philippines and Thailand and Cambodia, but it's always been my dream to go to Vietnam. So I'm gonna do Vietnam, Laos, Malaysia, Indonesia, and then I actually want to explore more of the Philippines. So today I'm going to talk about the visa requirements here in November of 2024 to come to Cambodia. So what I ended up doing is I bought my ticket online, and when I showed up at the airport, the lady asked for my outbound ticket. So whether you guys are coming here, you guys just buy a round trip ticket or whatever, but they did want proof of that I was leaving the country after a certain amount of time or whatever. So most people just go under 12goasia.com, and there you can just buy a cheap bus ticket online to either Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, or to Bangkok, Thailand, or any of the neighboring countries. But the one I found was the cheapest from what I noticed was it's $22 for a bus ticket from Phnom Penh, Cambodia to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and then you just print it out and you show it to her. Other than that, they didn't ask for any vaccinations or anything. That's all that they wanted. And the reason I came to Cambodia instead of Vietnam was my employer, they weren't sure when they'd be able to let me go for the winter, when they were going to start laying all of us employees off. So it was kind of a last minute thing there, and then finally when they were willing to let me leave for the winter, I went ahead and went online and looked into applying for my Vietnam visa, and it says that it takes 3 full working days or business days to get it. So of course it was like I think it was like a Friday morning or something like that, and I didn't want to wait. I already wanted to buy my ticket because the further out you get, the better seat you get, the shorter the flight, the cheaper. So yeah, I bought one for a plane ticket only 4 days in advance before my flight went out, and I decided to go with Cambodia because Cambodia has got to be one of the nicest countries and kindest towards the United States of America for us citizens. Like, there really aren't any travel requirements for us to come here, and also there aren't any requirements for you to have to leave the country either, really. See, Americans get to come here when you get your visa on arrival. So they let you choose, do you want a T tourist visa, which is good for 30 days, but then you have to leave the country and then re-enter, and it's so expensive to leave. Or you can ask for the E-ordinary visa, and what that is, it's the looking for work visa, and that's good for 30 days as well. But with that one there, you all you have to do is go to one of the visa agents down by Riverside, anywhere around here, and about 2 weeks into your 1 week vacation here, and you can get it extended for another 6 months on top of that, for $200 US, and then it's just stress-free. That's what I had last time I was in Cambodia when I was looking for work. And yeah, you could be looking for work forever. You just keep paying your $200 every 6 months, and it works out good. But me, I didn't want that one, just because when I was on one of my flights from Hong Kong, because I started out in the United States, had a couple flights to the United States, then I went to Hong Kong, and then finally I flew here to Cambodia. Well, in Hong Kong, I finally checked my email, and I just got approved for the Vietnam visa. So I would have never been able to buy a plane ticket to go to Vietnam anyways, because I hadn't been approved at that time. And I was so worried about it. I looked on YouTube, and so many of the people have said on your first try to apply for a Vietnam visa as an American that you get denied. And then they're like, your picture quality isn't good enough or something like that. And then people submit the exact same picture that was good in the first place, and voila, you get approved. So I was gonna go with that. I was like, I just want to get to Asia, so came to Cambodia first, and now I went ahead and I looked at bus tickets here, you guys. I went down by the night market by Riverside, and my roommates earlier this summer when I was living in Cambodia here, we walked around and someone wanted like $36 or something, and then one of my roommates found one for like $17 or $24. So I decided, oh well, I better go over there and find my ticket, since I already have I'm already approved, or I already have my Vietnam visa, and it's good for 30 days, so I don't have to leave for 30 days, you guys, so I can spend time here in Cambodia. And they wanted $36 for one bus ticket. Another place wanted $46. Sorry about that, not 36. They wanted 39 was the cheapest one I could find. Then they wanted $46 at another one, and then the other one they wanted $76. And they were the big buses, 2 of them were, and one was a smaller van, but none of them had toilets on them either, and that's a 7-hour trip. And I asked the girl, how often you guys stop to use the toilet? And she said every hour and 45 minutes, so that's not bad. But I still thought that was kind of a ripoff, so I talked to my landlord here in Cambodia, and he said something doesn't sound right about that. He's like, get away from kind of Riverside and go check out some of the other areas up by Soria Shopping Center. And sure as heck, I went to one, and they wanted $19 for a one-way bus ticket, and it's 7 hours. I guess that's just the going time it takes to get there, except they only stop for a potty break one time. So she's like, you got to hold your bladder for 3 hours, and yeah, that's not gonna happen. So I was like, I might end up choosing a different one where they have 2 stops, because what was it, in December I rode the bus from Bangkok to Pattaya. It's supposed to be a 2.5 hour bus ride there in Thailand, and it's $4. I think it's just under $4. And I've been taking this ride for years, and it usually only takes us an hour and 45 minutes. Well, this time we ran into some major traffic jams, you guys, so it took us a full 2.5 hours out there. And I took a pee right before I got on the bus, and there was this couple from Africa with their 2 little kids, and they were told by the lady that was accepting our tickets and everything, she's like, no food or whatever drinks on the bus or whatever, make sure you guys use the potty before you get on the bus, whatever. Those 2, they were eating before, then they get on the bus and they start eating some more. They start pulling out tons of freaking chicken and stuff out of their backpack, and all I was thinking is, you guys were just told not to. I was like, I'm gonna see how this turns out. And sure as heck, like not far into the bus ride, they were all coming up to me. They're like, will they stop for us to use the bathroom? And I was like, I've been riding this bus for years, and I guess I've never seen anybody ask, and I've never asked, but probably not, you know. But it doesn't hurt for you to go ask. And yeah, they were about ready to hop off the bus and just not even take it all the way, because they had to use the bathroom so bad. So and by the end of the 2.5 hours, I had to really go pee anyways, pretty darn bad too. So yeah, 3 hours though taking a pee, not gonna happen. But yeah, here's like one of the buses that you guys can see, one of these big, the giant ibis it says on it. So, and like I said, most of these buses around here that go to Vietnam, from what I've heard, do not have a toilet on them. The ones that go to Cambodia, it's kind of hit or miss. Some will, some won't. So, and what else around here? Yeah, that should be about it there, you guys. So, oh, I better talk about that, how the experience did of getting off the plane there. I thought everything would go a lot better, because right before I got on my flight to leave the United States, it says that you can apply for your e-visa, or it's not e-visa, it's like your health card on arrival or whatever. We always used to fill it out on paper here before. The flight attendants would always give it to us. Well, they got away from that, and they have an app that they want you to go fill out the form, you know, of it's your health declaration if you guys have been immunized for yellow fever or whatever. And I filled that out back in my home country right before I left, like 3 days in advance or something. So I was totally legit. It had my picture on it, and everything, and I was all proud of it. I printed it out, and I got here, and I go up to the immigration agent, and he's like, yeah, we don't have you in the system. And I was like, I printed out. I have proof of the QR code and everything. And And he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's like, we have a ton of iPads because I rode in on a Chinese flight. And anybody that filled it out before they got there, it didn't work, you guys. It said that it had worked. So I ended up filling mine out 4 times total. 1 time in my home country, 2 times on the iPads there, and the 3rd time I had an immigration agent was helping me. And it's still, and I'd walk up to the counter, he's like, nope, you're still not in the system. And then finally the last time I walked up to a different clerk up there, because there's a few of them or whatever, because I was like, I'm getting nowhere with this guy. And so I went to the next one. I was like, I filled this thing out 3 times already. I was like, I don't know what to do. And so they sent one of the immigration agents with me, and he filled it out 100%. He did all of it. And he didn't even have me take a picture of the QR code when it showed up or whatever. It just said at the end of it, it was like pay at the front desk or whatever. So he goes in, he takes my passport up to the front desk, and I give him the $30 or whatever. And it took him a little while. He still had to enter some more information or whatever. Obviously, it still didn't work because, as with anything with technology, it's crappy apps. So he got it done, and they gave me 2 little pieces of paper inside of there or whatever. And I was like, I don't see a stamp in here for my T-tourist visa, because any country I've ever been to, they always stamp it with ink. And talked to one of the girls that was eating there in immigration, and she's like, yeah, when you guys are ready to walk out of the airport, you guys will have to go through the immigration checkpoint, and there he'll put the sticker on your passport page or whatever. So I went there, and there was a couple Chinese girls in front of me, and they were taking forever. They were having trouble, and I was like, boy, I hope I don't have this much trouble. I had enough trouble already. And I get there, and he takes my passport and the 2 receipts of me paying my $30 or whatever, and he goes ahead and he sticks a sticker on one of the pages. So he didn't stamp it, you guys. It was just a sticker, and it says good for 30 days or whatever in the country. So it says when I have to leave. And he's like, good luck. And it was nice and quick there, and I was able to walk out of the airport and hop on the city bus for 1,500 Cambodia riel. So yeah, it cost me less than 50 cents to get a ride down here down to Royal Palace here on Riverside. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions about coming to Cambodia, since I used to live here and worked here for a little bit, leave them in the comments. And if you guys like this content, like, share, and subscribe. And like I said, it won't be long, I'll be heading to Vietnam, so you guys will get to see what it's like for a person getting to visit Vietnam for the first time in their life, and Malaysia and Indonesia and Cebu, Philippines, and Dumaguete, where I'll hopefully run into Old Dog New Tricks YouTube channel over there. So, all right, take care, you guys.